want to fly, and we've got them all here. No stand-ins. So we'll see how the mostly Ukrainian boys. Roger, I think, is Russian, but the mostly Ukrainian squad here for NAVI. We'll see how they fare. They made it in through the closed qualifier, as did the 5 men as we get into the draft. Bans on the way. So what's been going on in the Dota 2 meta, Trent? How have things changed?
Well, these guys are this Fly to Moon, now Navi roster. First off, they were like, as you said, the first team to qualify, and the 5 men were the second. But when they played against 5 men, they were like, they really worked them. They beat them in Omega League before. They 3-0'd them in the Divine division, and then they played them again in Dota Pit, and they 2-0'd them right then, directly after. And I was watching some of those games, and the V2 morph, man, that's we're not going to let the V2 morph come out, I think, unless it... Oh, well, they started with Elder Titan first off, so at least that's one good option to have here if you're Nigma, to watch out for that potential.
Okay, well, they've got the Oracle as well, so still a good opener here for Na'Vi. Could still open up a hard carry choice, a good save. Outside of Morphling, how's Elder Titan felt in a vacuum? Is he just a solid hero right now? I assume a position 4 or a position 5 kind of ET?
Yeah, exactly. He there is the flex there, especially because it's GH. You know that he can definitely rock the 4. The 5 is amazing. I think every team should learn to play the 5 ET properly with like the camps and abusing the right click damage and bullying people out of the lane. Like when you watch these teams that have practiced it so much, like DY on Vici, it just looks super broken. Yeah. So big fan of that hero. But like since the last time you and I were casting a lot, like between like Omega League and everything, the meta's relatively the same. I would say like Bloodseeker has risen quite a bit.
Yeah, second pick Zeus. I was
Secret
casting a lot of this in Omega League, bud. That's exactly what I was seeing.
That's a little unusual, but it does work very well with both Elder Titan as well as versus Oracle. Gives you that vision to try and scout out that save potential.
Okay. Again, what does Zeus play? Is this mid?
That would be my first guess.
Okay.
I don't know if they've been popping it off in any other spot. It looks like they picked it a couple times like late in the draft, but in terms of like early, yeah, this is certainly a bit surprising. Coming in with a strat, obviously. This is definitely something that they have planned out here on Nigma.
They don't have last pick, so you can grab that mid a little earlier. But Zeus is one of the more counterable heroes. You know, I maybe want to save him a little later on. Any thoughts about this support duo? Is there ET Zeus? Seems a little light on control.
It's got to be a real possibility, though, if you're picking it this early, I think.
Yes.
I think you've got to be prepped for that as a potential.
And then they grab the Bat Rider into Zeus. I would say generally with this dynamic, I kind of like having a Zeus because he gives you a bit of a scouting tool with that ultimate. Sometimes you can catch a Bat Rider. You have ways to find him in the trees, right? You need to be a little more careful with that positioning.
Yep.
Big fan of Bat overall, but these two heroes certainly give you some options.
Yeah, one thing that's what's nice about the squad is that General really likes those good initiators, right? He's someone who tries to like spread the map, split the lanes, and try and help his team to get those big pickoffs. And Bad is like the ideal hero for that. So
that's very true. And
they
Nigma
also covered it with that first pick in Oracle too.
Nigma banned the Nyx Assassin.
It goes both ways, right? The Spirit is pretty bad versus Carapace, and Zeus has similar issues.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Nyx is good for both sides. And Viper banned out by Nigma. A couple of hard carries, and there you go. They'll take the big one remaining. That's the Spectre. If that's a core Zeus, you're pretty sad right now. Spectre has unlimited options against the core Zeus.
And they banned out the Viper themselves, too.
Yeah, that's a really good pick. I like this Spectre.
They're still Necrophos, and they got rid of the Nyx Assassin.
I can't wait until she wins the Arcana vote. It's going to be amazing.
Oh, hey. That's like over, guys. Well, is it? Can you still vote?
I think they extended it. I don't know. I already used all my votes.
I know. The voting is closed. No, you can't you can't vote anymore.
Right.
Apparently, I put 60 on void. So that's my horse, I guess.
What?
Yeah, I went void. I think my logic was there's at least a chance that they just straight up make it the T-Rex void. But other than that, I don't know. It seems like there's a lot of potential.
I think they'll go lowbrow, turn him into a hammerhead shark void, all out fishman.
Oh, now we're talking. I
Are
realized I
we?
made a grave error, though, because I have that Soul Diffuser blade for Spectre, which, of course, the value of things go up when you have the Arcanas, so I really blew that.
Yeah, buddy. What are you doing? You gotta.
I don't know. Wasn't thinking with my wallet on that
Haven't
one.
you
I
learned
went for the
anything from
lore.
modern politics? You're supposed to vote in your own self-interest. Come on.
Damn.
Come on.
Actually, I'd rather have a Void in my team for the most part than Spectre. That was also part of my logic.
See, I feel
Spectre's
the
an
opposite.
amazing hero, but I don't know. I don't trust her.
I guess you play at a higher bracket than I do, so that might be part of it.
You don't trust the Chronos?
I definitely trust Spectre more if it's on my team at my level, that's for sure. Tiny now for Navi into that Abaddon response at Enigma. Obviously, Abaddon very good against the Bat Rider and gives you a little save against Zeus. Pretty good laner. It's Abaddon.
All I'm seeing is all of our eggs are in the miracle basket here.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
They have 3 really nice surrounding heroes, for sure. No doubt. I don't know if I want all 3 of them in one team, but you got them. So you need some big top dogs here.
The
Void back up.
Seems like a particularly good ban. This is a great supporting cast around somebody like that. Who's the comparable? Like, are they going to go PA
like
here?
Arc Warden?
Is that too crazy? All right, Arc Warden.
He's but I mean, you're against a Spectre too, so it's kind of the same logic,
hey,
right?
I called it. Look at that. PA.
You did. That's another big dog though. 100% correct. A+, my good sir.
Miracle good at this hero. PA's still a little scary though. She's very fragile at times. The matchup against Spectre is interesting. I think it puts extra pressure on Spectre to build those kind of fighting items. Not the kind of game where we're going to see a Radiance rush from Navi. I would be very surprised. I don't know. How do you feel about that carry matchup?
I like it because like the last 3 heroes that they've used for like the big anchor, they had a Drow game, an Arc Warden game, and a Terrorblade game. And it's all these heroes that can like be surrounded by his allies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they just want to like sit in the back and fight and like throw out these big damage balls. But then Navi have this Spectre, and so they have to go like a completely different way. In fact, in those last 3 drafts, the last ban from the enemy team was always Spectre. They were all worried about this Nigma Spectre coming out. And then every time they just end up picking these heroes that are like perfectly countered by Spectre. So now finally Nigma have to actually like mix it up here and go for this PA who doesn't have like nearly the same problem with the Haunt.
Yeah.
And we will eventually see that Necrophos ban too, as we kind of said, because, Spectre, the other big heroes that she does not like to play versus.
Yeah, Pugna Storm taken out by Nigma. Both of them would be pretty solid here. The Pugna versus PA is very, very good. I don't even know if Pugna is underrated these days. He's been getting some love. He gets picked up in the appropriate scenarios, but also lets you play really fast. I like Pugna with Spectre. You can do a really easy 4+1, especially with these supporting heroes that they've got.
He also got a Immortal, so that instantly ups his draft value.
Right. It's
just facts, man. You can't fight those facts.
Yeah, you got to play the cosmetics game. You got to play to the strengths of Dota, and it is in the aesthetics. Now, Navi trying to decide what the final ban will be. And this is where they need to really decide on this Zeus. Is it a mid Zeus or is it a support Zeus? I think you have to assume it's a support at this point.
I don't even know.
But
not necessarily.
It's well, just from a draft. Are you going to ban a
have
support
to
here?
It's a.
Like I think
I'm still banning cores.
Yes,
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes.
From a draft mentality, but they actually take out the Underlord. That's I don't really see Underlord being the last pick to this draft.
It's just another aura, all surrounding, all supporting. It kind of makes sense with how Nigma play. I would agree with that.
Very melee focused. Like even Zeus doesn't have the most range, but maybe that doesn't matter that much. They take Beastmaster.
Ooh, that was a good pick. Damn.
How the hell are these lanes gonna go? Who is the mid? Is this a mid Beastmaster?
I think it's probably just mid Zeus.
And then support
Abba, PA, Elder Titan, Beastmaster. Could be Abba, ET as well.
All right, so Navi just grab the TA. Very safe mid laner. Someone else that plays high tempo. Again, I like this idea with Spectre. Now you've got 4 heroes that can play 4+1, look for ganks. Even just Bat Rider Spectre is a really nice kind of global presence type combo. So a lot of options for Na'Vi. This Nigma draft is wild, man.
They haven't played Spectre in the past 2 months on the side of Na'Vi. I kind of get what happened to Nigma. Like, they banned this Viper, and they're probably thinking that, you know, they would love to get a Spectre if they could. They've been playing it a lot. It gets banned versus them a lot. Fly and Moon literally never pick it. Like, 2 months of no Spectre and a Spectre meta. They always ban it, like, second or first phase sometimes.
That's very interesting.
And then they just whip it out here versus Nigma game 1. I like it. They're mixing up their strats.
Yeah, and they've got the Oracle. That's a great pairing with the Spectre. You can get away with a lot. V-Tune should have plenty of sustainability in the lane. So Mind Control picks up the Beastmaster. Weehaw will grab the Zeus, RMN Abaddon, and GH Elder Titan. You called the lane setup here.
Yeah, this is... I don't know. TA is such a mystery these days.
Very sneaky drafting. Yeah, how the hell does TA Zeus go?
Well, it's so different than how it used to be, because like the builds are different on Zeus. TA is just like not the same hero anymore, and we have these like formats. Because like, how often do you see TAs just like being picked every game in pubs? Like, she's obviously not as one-sided in the in-hero matchup, or we would see her way more often in like top-tier pubs and games.
Yeah. No, you're totally right about that.
It seems like the player base has lost a lot of faith in the hero.
And I've seen Zeus a couple times in pro games recently, and I think he's an easy hero to underestimate. Like, he is easy to gank, but his damage output is just stupid. And if he gets a good start, if he doesn't die in the laning phase and is able to move around, if he controls a couple runes, like Zeus with an early haste rune, an early arcane rune, is so deadly. So, I'm excited. It is sick 5-man from Nigma. There's no doubt about that. You've got this Beastmaster, Elder Titan, so you're already pretty good on auras. You know, you buy a couple aura items on top of that, maybe a Vlad's, you know, maybe a Necro book coming out. This mid-game 5-man is going to be nasty.
Yeah, I would definitely rather have the Na'Vi heroes, though. It seems easier. It feels like Nigma are going to get into one of these games where they're a little bit behind and they're just delaying and waiting for PA to get the items, and then they need to instantly start fighting. Or else they'll fall even further behind, you know? It's like delay until a point will be the game plan here for them, and those games are always so difficult. Obviously, they're an extremely talented team, and they're very good at hitting those timings, but it's still hard to favor, I think.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Maybe a little bit harder to execute.
30 seconds to battle.
GH Elder Titan. I'm excited. Roger on the Tiny. Looks like he'll be laning with General. Certainly some kill potential there. Bat Rider.
Yeah, there's a hero we can't shake, huh? The 4 Tiny. That thing's just not going away.
Have you felt good about 4 Tiny, Trent? I know you're a big fan of this hero. You're a biased source.
I am a big fan of this guy. No, I think he's still amazing. It's harder, I think, to make... Like, it used to be just straight up broken. But look at that. Look at that. Simple stuff.
There you go.
Easy rune guarantee.
But we're okay with Tree Grab being back at the 5 attack count. Like, this poor hero has been changed around and, like, snip, snap, back and forth.
It's true. Yeah. I guess it just...
He knows his role. He's back to a 4.
Back into the 4.
We're not really seeing... Like, is mid-Tiny just dead now?
No, I saw 5 men were playing it versus Navi, but you know, you got to be a specialist kind of deal, whereas I think most 4s, if not all of them, are playing Tiny right now.
Well, I'm going to keep some early eyes on this mid lane. I want to see how this goes. Iceberg versus Weehaw. TA off to a very good start.
Oh, Roger's up here though with the 0 armor versus the PA as this is kind of a classic thing where you have the Bat Rider just pulling the side lane, and then the support tries to get like as much as they can. But there's even a ward here, so with him running in the trees, it's very dangerous up here for Roger. He's losing a lot of HP.
Yeah, this is not great.
He can't die, though, at level 1. So as long as the level 2 doesn't just, like, pop for Miracle, then he's fine.
Yeah, I mean, that part's okay, but so far, Miracle's having a pretty dream lane. Holds the creep wave. And meanwhile, General and RMN still at it. Courier going to be just fine. And bottom lane, looks like a little damage being exchanged. Normally, I'd say there's some kill threat for Nigma with these two heroes, but against an Oracle, it's a tall order.
Yeah. Largely true. Maybe with, like, level 3 with the boar. You might go for something. That would probably be the best chance.
The double boar
Try
play.
and kill the Oracle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing is, like, the Oracle can't do anything against the boar with, like, the Fortune's End or anything, right?
No, but
that's the issue, as you just saw.
yeah.
Instantly dispelling the Astral Spirit buff.
I think the only issue is always want to fly being a little bit tight on mana, having to spam this much. And you always got to be careful, too. We talk about it a lot, the level 3 Oracle, that second point in Purifying Flames. Like, with GH at low HP already, there's potential kill threat. If the Oracle
that's so
were
annoying,
level 3.
Man.
Look
The
at
second he
this.
comes out to punch him, dispel.
Yeah, this is a weirdly effective counter.
I've seen some ET player complaints lately.
Yeah, that this is too busted.
Preemptively channeled it. That's hilarious.
That is fucking sad, dude.
Could you be any more annoying?
It only costs 100 mana, too. Like, now he's got a stick and everything. That's a sad Elder Titan. Mid lane. Weeha taking a little pressure. Looks like it's going pretty well for the TA. Trent, 23 compared to 16-1. Not devastating. But Iceberg handily in control.
Yeah, having a fine time here. Kind of for both, but TA is, well, you know, she's TA. She has a lifestyle that she's grown accustomed to. She wants a lot of gold, and yeah, eventually the lack of output from the position 4 is going to cost the life of Mind Control, because GH was just gone. He
Trent,
had to go home.
did I call it or did I call it? Level 3 Oracle, son.
That is the best power spike. I think out of all the position 5s, Oracle is the best level 3 power spike.
Yeah. It's
just too good.
2.3 second cooldown. There are other spells that do 180 damage at level 2, but not on a 2.3 second cooldown. That's and the dagger. I mean, that's 130 burst damage. Spec can contribute. One of these games where both carries are having a pretty good start. Both V-Tune and Miracle getting pretty much everything they want.
Here, though.
A little battle over it indeed. Roger tosses him in, and now Miracle jumps back onto Roger. Follow-up here should yield a kill. The Mist Coil helping out, and it's Miracle that will find credit. Now they look towards General, and this one shaping up to be a double. Trent, the Mist Coil comes in again.
Oh, the bottle!
Is it going to be enough? No. The shield keeps Miracle safe under the tower. And another stifling dagger makes it happen. Now back down bottom. Looks like always going to fly. He'll be dove under the tower. Mind Control trying to chase in. They get him low, and they do find the kill. Miracle with the wild axes. But now the rotation. It's going to be Roger that comes down as he respawns. Gets the counter kill on GH. Now the setup onto Mind Control. V-Tune looking to chase him down. No points in Desolate.
He's going to get the rune.
Oh, he is.
And Roger, it cost them the top runes because he rotated bottom for that fight. Iron Man went in deep up top.
Oh,
and so he ended up
no.
taking the bounties. So
That's
I think they just got all 4.
Yeah, that's 4 for Nigma. Okay.
That really hurts for Iceberg. As a TA, you're looking for the snowball so much, and just those bounty runes are so important. And now she's just even with Zeus because they they TP'd in the ET. After Mind Control died bottom and GH ran top, he TP'd mid, refilled Weeha's bottle. He used all the charges and then got the 4-minute rune. So then he had full HP and mana and an illusion rune just stacked up in his bottle. That's why I think TA also can't just like body mid anymore. So you know that they're just going to constantly send in these bottle TPs.
Mm-hmm. Well, things have shifted quickly, and even these carries that were even just a moment ago, now a clear advantage for the PA and back towards mid.
Dire's middle tower.
See some pressure onto Weeha, but can they find this kill? RMN and Miracle. This is something you see Nigma do so much more than other teams. Not afraid to pull that carry in, and join the party. They bring down Iceberg first. They set up a double as Roger falls. Meanwhile, on the bottom, they did get a kill on the mind control, so a little something for Na'Vi, but losing 2 in the mid, obviously not a favorable trade, especially when you factor in its double kill going to the PA at 6 minutes.
Yes, the one hero that really matters in their draft. He's feeling confident enough to go for a drums first, too. Drums into Deso.
Okay. I mean, I like this better than Battle Fury, bud.
Yeah, I mean, Wraith Band, drums into Deso, perfect.
Playing fast. And looks like V-Tune going to follow suit. He's also got drums queued up on the Spectre.
Now, I'll tell you, General might be a man after your heart here, because in his last game, he did go Meteor Hammer.
Hey!
The one that I was watching.
I love that.
He went Meteor Hammer bots before Blink on his Batrider. It was ambitious, but it did work out.
Huh. The Meteor Hammer on Bat is not one I'm as familiar with.
I mean, I've seen it before, because, like, yeah, it's got cool interactions like sticking napalm and stuff, but you just got to look at how broken drums are now and your Batrider, and you got to wonder, like, maybe that's more worth it.
Yeah. I guess the only
stats are still amazing.
Yeah, the only other advantage is increased regen. You get more mana regen and more HP regen, so if you really feel like you can benefit from that, maybe you
I will
go
say,
for
they
it.
also had 0 tower push, so it kind of helped. He was, like, unironically Meteor Hammering towers.
Dude, games when you have 0 tower push, I still buy it on Spectre, and those are the ones where people go, okay, I see how this is helping. I don't know if it was worth it, but you're right. We are killing towers.
I've also seen you get flamed a lot, though, when you buy it.
Yes,
mostly because I've seen you use it in a team fight. Don't ever do that.
Dude, it's the demoralizer, I'm telling you. You know how bad it feels to get hit by a Meteor Hammer stun chain by a Spectre?
As bad as Roger feels at level 3 at 8 minutes getting jumped on by a PA?
I think so. Yeah, he just got a 4v1 here at 8 minutes. So, I know the pain, Raj.
Uh-oh.
This is
in the mid tower.
This is pretty wild, though. This is 8 minutes, and they are straight 5-manning. I mean, this is a lot of confidence to pull your PA out of that lane. You know the enemy Spectre is farming right now. I think this speaks to how important this mid-tier 1 tower is for Na'Vi and why they're prioritizing taking it down. But this is very bold, and the Abaddon actually enables the PA a lot.
Oh, they need this. This is the haunt fight.
Okay, V-Tune goes in, but there's still 5 heroes clumped up. I don't think they can take this. Batrider's not here.
They got stomped during haunt. They couldn't do anything. They couldn't help. They couldn't team up. They couldn't follow V-Tune in. And now everyone's just waddling under the tier 1 mid.
This fight's not over. Oracle does not even have false promise. So, yeah, there's nothing. That's just a dead tower. And now Spectre's stuck here like, well, shit, I don't even really want to be here. There's nothing to farm. So V-Tune goes to jungle. Oh, man.
Yeah, excellent start. Iceberg, like, this is a TA who's just not on top of the net worth, you know? That's not the hero.
Well, and
this ward too. They're camping.
Neither is the Zeus. That's kind of the odd part. Both teams aren't really looking great in terms of their mid. It's all about the position 1 right now. Miracle is just owning this game. He is in the driver's seat.
I think you don't care at all if you're Nigma, though. Oh, is he going to get this double stack up here? Oh my god. That was so sick. That was a sick double stack. Oh, he's getting so much gold right now, this Zeus.
Yeah, this is pretty dope.
Up.
Outside of the double mud golems, this is the dream.
That's true. The mud golems really did hurt him.
Oh, folks, if you're playing
that was
Zeus
like 6 camps,
and you lose mid, this is the play. You max out Arc Lightning, you resist the urge to max out Lightning Bolt. That spell's only good if you can kill people with it, because you can farm pretty damn fast. Look at this. He's got the Void Stone, popping Clarities.
Look at General coming up here, just like, oh, hey, fresh ward. Oh, look, the camps are empty, guys. Like, imagine if he had found this. He could have found this. That was like 9 camps altogether if he had spotted these.
Well, he's going to get this big camp down here that's stacked up, so that's something. But yeah, potential to find a lot more.
And mind control, I mean, he fed a few times bottom, but he eventually gets the tower.
Miracle goes in onto Iceberg, and he's got support. Elder Titan and Abaddon nearby. How far are they going to go? Counterplay from Roger. There's the Fortune's End.
Look at that. How did that stomp hit all 3 of them? Are you serious?
It's got a wide girth there, Trent.
I mean, they were all perfectly on the edge. Like, what a great way to back up this aggression from Miracle. Like, so many PA should have just died doing that play with a tiny right there. Like, how did she not just get, like, Avatos back?
It's the intimidation
Power of the
factor.
stomp.
It's also the power of the Abaddon, though. Having Aphotic shields and miscoils makes that play so much harder. You might toss that PA in, she gets shielded up, and then she kills 2 of your buds.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They're just smoking in here. They're diving.
They're diving into a tier 3. General is going to make it to the high ground. Unrelenting aggression from Nigma right now. And it feels like they're giving Spectre a lot of space, but Miracle's still getting a lot of farm. They're pushing these lanes in. He's been working the Radiant jungle, and he's still a good 500 net worth up on the Spectre. They've even got this siege creep still alive here. Trent, 75 HP as Miracle tanks it up, putting that evasion to good use. This is a free tier 2 tower. Not even a trade, just a free tower.
I'm mostly surprised they kept the XP lead still. They barely have it. They have it by like 300, but they've been 5-manning for so long.
They've been 5-manning for 5 minutes, and it's 12 minutes.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So, yeah, I'd say it's impressive they have an XP edge. And, I mean, to be fair, it's not like Na'Vi have only been split farming themselves. They've been sort of trying to react to this. Like, it almost seems that Na'Vi are caught off guard by how insane this aggression is. You really don't expect a PA to be, like, fighting you at 9 minutes.
They just smoked again. That's got to be the last one, right? There's no way they have more smokes. Every time I look at them, they're smoked. I think that's their last one, and they're heading for more goals. GH just drew this circle. He said, like, guys, it's, you know, the Radiant Triangle. They're going to be here, and then they're hunting top perspective, but V2 just got out. And I like that. The Blade Mail needs something. Cannot go for a big item right now.
I like this a lot too. Is there an alternate build-up item? Blade Mail seems pretty value. The armor gives you a lot against the PA.
Yeah, I don't think like Diffusal's going to do enough versus PA.
And you got to remember the natural order, it's level 2. That's going to become more significant. So Spec needs these plus armor items, not stats items.
Sure. So TA has Deso, and they're still 500 away from Deso on the PA. If this area was empty, they could even try and sneak a Roche, but look where Nigma are playing.
Yep. I mean, they know.
A tub.
Right? You see this TA, that's their golden ticket right back into this game for Na'Vi if they can control Roche. RMN, level 6. What's that?
Just always want to fly, just hit 7 too. A slow game for him.
This Abaddon just enables him to play so aggressive.
Well, look at all these sentries they have down too trying to catch the Hawks, and there was still a Hawk just over here too in the trees. He's just hiding them there.
It feels so bad to play against Zeus Beastmaster. Like, one of them you already feel like you're behind on the vision game, just in any given scenario. Both of them, it just feels impossible.
And then there's a Spirit on top of it too. So like,
yeah,
what he can do as GH is just send the Spirit in, and he'll just make you question, like, did he know we were here, or did he just hit us? You know? Like, sometimes he can just guess, sometimes he can use the Hawk vision.
The vision mind games.
Yeah.
It's really a great draft for Nigma, and even just the synergy of having this Deso PA with an Elder Titan and that natural order. Like, you've got minus armor synergy for days, and now Nigma will finally feel confident walking into the pit themselves.
This cost them a lot though, because they had like 3 or 4 heroes just sitting in the river for a long time. It's now actually grown to a almost 3k XP lead for Na'Vi, and you can see how much they sacked.
The Templar Assassin is catching up, not far behind Miracle now, and way ahead of the Zeus.
So this is like the final piece of the puzzle.
Oh,
that's good.
They almost get General.
Big live.
Yep, save from Always Want to Fly, very nice, but now they might just be able to bring down the Oracle. Obviously, no false promise, and that'll be a crit.
They have, like, no AoE to punish this. If there was a blink on Tiny, it's not even the craziest. It's still mostly a single target initiation.
Yeah. This is some of the most dedicated 5-man Dota I have seen in a long time. You know, we talk about the Death Ball. This is a whole nother level of Death Ball, dude. This started at 8 minutes. It hasn't stopped. They finally get Roche.
like similar drafts too lately, and we kind of talk about like how those usually go, where the PA's more alone and farming and in the jungle, right? And like the rest of the team does all this stuff. Maybe that would be standard, but to have the PA with you the entire time too, very unique.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what makes this so different from that 4+1 you're describing. It's not only Miracle's joining them, Miracle's like their initiator as well.
Yeah.
He's wearing a lot of hats right now. Has the Deso that flew out while they were in Roche, obviously is the Aegis. And now S&Y queued up next. So Miracle continuing to buy these easy build-up, big power spike items.
What is this? We're smoking with just Oracle and TA up top. I mean, they have the Haunt, I guess, just in case they hit a big target.
Yeah. I guess
Basically a smoke to push the lane.
Blink Deso. It's a time that you want to try to make something happen with TA. Feels weird though. Not really
Feels
worth
like
a
he
smoke.
smoked up here to kill a small camp in one wave. And look at the vision that's still lingering up here too. They have the cliff ward. They have a ward down in the river that spotted that courier coming to Oracle.
Yeah.
So they know Oracle's there too.
Now Nigma just walk up high ground. The only lane where the tier 2 tower is dead. They will
we
start
got the
chopping
blink.
away.
They need some crazy like blink toss into lasso and then pull them back to the fountain.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yep. Remember the Aegis though.
And the Hawk. Again, it's just sitting on the tree. Nice use of the sticky napalm.
This is a cool
that
play
vision.
from Nigma just to back up. They force the rotation.
Look at Miracle!
And okay, they feigned the retreat. They destroyed General, and now Miracle ready to jump in again. Just going to dive the tier 2 mid. Zeus TP top, so can only contribute the ult. Always want to fly. Barely lives. 9 HP as he hits off the false promise. Buyback from General now. Roger jumps in. Some pretty big AoE damage. Mind control low. He's going to fall, but does get off the ult. Might set up the turn onto Iceberg. No. Lasso does bring down the Aegis. They do lose RMN as well. Not a great fight for Nigma, but maybe they can reinforce. They do burn 2 buybacks, but now Weehaw falls. Counter kill perhaps. Miracle in the back line. No Aegis. Now has to retreat. Teammates trying to come inbound. Maybe still looking to turn. General very low. Miracle pulling them out very far, but Roger with the blink makes the catch. Miracle, he's going to be in trouble. Can he survive this? Rooted up and done. The buyback's not going to prove worth it for Nigma, and oh no! The real disaster here, Trent. The potential diebacks. Mind control going to be caught. Fortune's End will fly through, and they're going to get him. That was a buyback that achieved nothing, and then also got him killed again.
All right, that was really bad.
That was
they've like lost their edge
devastating.
completely. Okay, I was super concerned when he lassoed that PA with like 50 HP.
Me too. And
that was
they're gonna
really
get
risky.
GH. That's another catch there for Navi. Very nice. Well,
That's,
9-8, and now the net worth lead will swing about 3,000 in favor of Navi. XP now upwards of 10,000.
That's the big punish. When you lose the fight after that,
Dire's middle tower is under
man,
attack.
that 1% should be plummeting. I do not think it's 28% right now. I think it's quite a bit higher than that at the moment. Oh, he went Manta? Oh, Miracle.
Okay.
It's some risky business, my friend.
So Manta instead of S&Y.
Or, you know, BKB.
Well, he had the S&Y queued up before. When he
fair
bought
enough.
the Yasha. So I'm curious. I guess, what does Manta dispel for you here? Sticky Napalm?
There's a lot of, like, like Napalm, or, like, maybe he gets rooted by the Fortune's End.
Why not just
like,
buy a
slow for the
BKB,
TA
though?
trap.
Even instead of the Sanjin Yasha, like, BKB
I mean, there's
seems
some
pretty
argument.
good.
BKB into, like, Blade Mail. BKB into Lasso. BKB
Yeah.
into TA just right-clicking you. I can kind of get it. There's
Dire's top
not
tower
really
is
that much
under
AoE,
attack.
again, that he has to be worried about anyway. So it's like, if he's targeted, he's going to be hoping that he's being helped out by his stomps and his aphotic shields.
Well, another smoke from Nigma. Let's see what the 5 can do.
I actually
Maybe-
think the Solar Crest would be a huge item for them if they could finish it on MC. Putting that on Miracle before he jumps V2 would be so helpful.
Ah,
And
that's
they
a
have
cool
Roar.
thought.
Oh, they don't want him.
But it is a proper 5v5. They use the Zeus ult, they scout it out, and they see that V-Tune's got plenty of support.
Look at the patience from Mind Control not to just like roar that Spectre in his face. Because it's very tempting, but he knows that there's way too much backup for that to work out.
It did look a little sus.
Yeah.
All of the Radiant off the map, so it did seem a little bit like bait. It's a good read.
You playing some Among Us here, bud? Is that what I'm hearing? Huh?
The mind games. And Spectre has Manta, so she is a little more survivable.
Yeah, that Spectre was definitely an imposter, though. She was ready to vent out of there any second.
I actually haven't played it at all. It's been requested for sub day, but I haven't dove in yet. Have you played it?
Oh yeah, it's worth. It's a good time. It's just it's Mafia light. It's Mafia improved. Sorry, Charlie. It's COVID Mafia. There, boom.
Okay, fair enough. That's E-Blade queued up on Tiny. Cool.
Coolly. Yeah, I mean PA.
Yeah,
it's nice.
They're thinking about the late game, and now Miracle.
BKB, hurry!
They
Courier.
find Iceberg. Is it flying out right now? Okay, blinks back. Always on a fly. Gets off the ult. False Promise will save him. Small victory for Nigma.
Don't know how big those crits were. Ooh, it like just turned over.
Still on the hunt. Miracle leading the charge. Iceberg comes back in. Here's the haunt. They've got the Primal Roar, but they're jumping to the back line. They want this PA. Miracle low, so is GH. This looks bad for Nigma. Miracle's gone down. GH on the run. RMN going to try buy as much time as he can, but they get RMN, and Miracle jumps back up, but they're still going to chase. V-Tune very healthy. Tiny makes it up, and this is looking to be a full 5-man wipe. Another disastrous fight for Nigma. They've lost the momentum and then some. A 5-0, now 14-8.
Miracle wound up on the trap that had been mid for ages. It was like just on the other side of the river on the high ground. And he was like sitting there kind of like dawdling back and forth, not sure what he was going to do. And then they worked him.
Wow.
Dire's middle tower is under
Nigma,
attack.
the pretty heavy favorites coming into this series, certainly in game one. Look at that graph, and yeah, they had a hell of a start. Never really had that massive gold lead where it was a free win or anything like that, but they were certainly in control. And now the win percentage has flipped in favor of NAVI. They're looking to take this tier 2 mid, and this is looking tough for Nigma. I mean, what do you do now? I guess next Roche is going to be a key part of the game plan.
Yeah, it's like kind of your last chance.
And we'll see what that timer looks like momentarily.
He'll have the Manta. He's got a DD bottled right now. So they might want to try and make a play off of that one near the Roche pit, I would say. Oh, it's so fast. It's like a 20-second Roche.
Oh, my. It's going to be up in 10 seconds.
They need the Hawk, though.
There is a TA trap in, so it'll get scouted by the Radiant immediately, but now a double damage rune on the PA.
All right, all right. Oh, no. They don't know.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, Roche is up. Radiant, the only team aware. Does get pinged out. I think that's the Bat Rider. Now a smoke from the Radiant. Diffusal up on Spectre. Double damage. Roger with the blink. Very nice. They cut some trees.
Oh, there's the diffuse, though. Or the dispel, though.
Nice Fortune's End. So say goodnight to the double damage.
That actually could have worked out well for them if Navi got way too greedy and just like ran at Roche there. Because they were in a good high ground position in between.
I could do with more of that.
With no haunt available too, but they back away. Now V2 smoked up and heading out as Miracle's still trying to start a fight. And it's just so not the hero he wants though. A refracted TA with a 10-second BKB walking down into the water.
Yeah, certainly not.
This would be like insane effort to pull this back as Miracle right now. He needs crazy good rolls.
And they force the BKB. Now can Nigma disengage? Roger jumps into the back line. It's a good catch onto Weehaw. He'll be the first to go down. Now Mind Control getting low. Spectre still topped off and doing a huge amount of damage. 3 on the sideline. Nigma not going to be able to take this fight. Navi firmly in control. Another 4 for nil, and they'll walk right into the Roche pit. That's another 3K net worth swing.
I mean, all the concerns that you spoke of during the draft kind of came true in that one fight. There was a haunt, and then there was a blink toss onto Zeus. Like,
Dire's
perfect
middle
vision.
tower is
They
under
instantly
attack.
just jumped the hero, and they did get the core Zeus into a Spectre. And it's just like, how powerful can you ever be in that kind of a game?
Yep. GH also going to get caught. They'll finish off Roche for the TA and find another kill to make it that full 5-man wipe once again.
See, this is the problem when Kuro's out. There's no one to say that your lead is meaningless until you go high ground. That's... Hey, he's probably there, actually. He's probably waiting to say it after the game.
I mean, I guess I feel a little justified being so taken aback by this extreme 5-man. Very high-risk, high-reward type Dota. If you don't get caught, you don't make any of those big mistakes, then you can just starve out the game and never let go of that control. But, yeah, we're seeing how hard you can be punished when you make those missteps with that big commitment of the early 5-man
Dire's top tower.
and how
Yeah, but
hard it can
imagine
be
if
to get
they-
it back.
If they had won this game, think about what all opponents who watch this would be thinking.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
They'd just be like, oh, God, I don't want to play against this, man. This is so trash. Everyone would be like picking some giant wave push or something every
Dire's
game,
top
worried about the
tower has
potential.
fallen. Radiant's
that
bottom
Calling it a
tower
worthy
is under
sacrifice if
attack.
they still take the series.
well, that big fight that turned things around, part of it was they didn't have a tower to TP to. I don't think they had taken the outpost. If they had the outpost, maybe they could have TP'd back to that fight in time to make the buybacks actually useful.
Yeah, I don't know. They did seem pretty far back.
Well, either way, Na'Vi setting the tempo now. A lot of time on this Aegis and still a number of outer towers to focus on. A tier 1 and a tier 2 in the bottom lane. BKB queued up next, though, for Miracle, so feeling like he needs it. Roger comes in with another initiation play. Where's the backup? V-Tune going to haunt in. And they're pretty committed to Miracle. They know how essential this PA is to the success of the draft. They'll grab the Abaddon. And PA pretty wily trying to make it out. GH with a stomp, but the BKB from Iceberg is going to be enough, and Miracle will fall. Now they get RMN.
Radiant structures are
Little split push happening down bottom from the Beastmaster. I guess this
Man.
is about the best that Mind Control can do right now. Does force a glyph.
Miracle was really counting on that stomp, huh? Just going instantly for the TP.
I mean, I don't know if you're going to get away from the TA either way, so respect for trying it.
Thanks.
It's
Man,
about
this has been a weird game for General. He's 1-2 at 15. He's got a great score line on the game.
He bought Solar Crest, so
Yeah, he bought the solar, helping out, but like not a typical back game. It's been so like combat-y, you know?
Yeah.
He's just been like in the fray the whole time. There's no like pickoffs. He's not even like split pushing that much, it feels like. Jeez,
Yeah,
how
it
about
feels
TA,
like he's-
330 last hits.
oh wow. Yeah, Iceberg has recovered very well. MKB up now. You like what Mind Control's doing right now? He's just committed to this bottom half of the map. The Bat Rider rejoins the team, and he'll keep putting this pressure on.
Yeah, he's TP. I mean, there's nothing else he should be doing, really.
Yeah. And it puts a little bit of pressure on Na'Vi. They'll smoke up, and RMN definitely not the target they want to jump. Weehaw, much better target. They'll find him. Yule's Scepter gives him a little reset, and Weehaw dies. Other side now, General. Leading the charge again, does have that flaming lasso.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Still borrowed time, obviously.
Dire's bottom tower
This
is
looks
under
okay
attack.
for Nigma. I mean, they're in a really bad situation. So just being able to Delta
Radiant
split,
are scanning.
not concede any other deaths. Na'Vi not really getting objectives right now. They're buying themselves a little bit of time.
Radiant's
I mean,
courier
the next
has been killed.
potential is probably Rapier.
So you
think
still
that's like your
commit to the
only hope.
BKB and then go
Dire's
Rapier.
Yeah.
courier has been
I think
killed.
so. Like, what else is going to give you any chance here as MC just gets run down mid?
Yeah, he did kill the Oracle's courier before that, so they scouted him out, but then they killed his courier in
I
retaliation.
don't even think Rapier saves this game. I think if you just gave him a Rapier right now, they'd still lose.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Probably.
attack.
I mean, it gets
Dire's
interesting because
bottom
it's
tower
PA
has
and you
fallen.
can two-shot some of these
Radiant's
heroes,
top
but
tower is under
But there's a
attack.
blade mail.
Yeah, it's not like Ember Spirit, Morphling, Medusa. Even then, this seems so rough. The Spectre's gotten to this point now where VTune feels a little unkillable. These last couple fights, he's just been full HP, killing whoever's in front of him, and now he's got a Scotty on top of that Diffusal. So much slow, so much damage output, and 3k HP that they've got to get through, plus the cheese, don't forget. However, the Aegis will expire, and Barrack's still standing. Haunt deployed. Yeah, they go up top, and this is that Spectre Zeus matchup we were talking about. It's a free kill. I mean,
there was even
Zeus,
a trap too.
Yeah, there's.
That must be how he got spotted. I'm guessing he wasn't playing on the wave. That seems like very unlikely as we know.
Yeah, I think he walked on the trap, but still, it's such a free kill. There's a buyback on the Zeus, and that E-Blade actually does come out on Tiny. Iceberg takes quite a bit of damage. I'll pass him the cheese.
He would finish it.
I didn't expect this game to turn quite so quickly. You know, it's rare you see games like this where it truly flips. Usually there's a little more back and forth, and one team will edge it out, and then they'll start to take a lead. This was like, Nigma's dominating. Damn, we screwed up. Okay, now Navi's dominating. It's been black and white, you know.
And that is, again, the 5-man. Like, that's what happens every time you run into that stack in pubs that play the Luna, Avenge, Nature's Prophet, Beastmaster 5-man strat. You know, you just got to win that one fight, and suddenly they all just abandon because they're not going to get their free win.
Well, there's the BKB now on Miracle. They're smoked, initiated on. Miracle taking big damage, has the BKB, gets it a little late and still dies. Iceberg with plenty of physical damage. No buyback, obviously. Just bought the BKB. Roger a little bit low, taking tower shots as RMN jumps out, but his teammates in big trouble. The dive the other way into the tier 4s. They find the Zeus. They lasso GH, and we might be moments from a potential GG here. 2 more fall. The buyback from Zeus. The buyback from Elder Titan. Abba also does have his, and some low HP on Na'Vi, so might not end right this moment, but this looks pretty damn crippling. Now getting close to that 1K net worth lead per minute. 32,000 net worth at 33 minutes.
Man, damn, dude. She's got a nullifier. Iceberg is so stacked. Now, you are a StarCraft OG here, my good man. What StarCraft strat is this? Was this a Zerg rush? Is that right? Not a StarCraft man.
Yeah, this is probably as close to a 6 pool as you could get in Dota. 6 pool is when on 6 supply you just start building the thing that makes Zerglings. So you're all in making Zerglings straight up fast as possible, and you then just run them at the enemy's workers.
Right, but if they get wiped, you just lose.
Kind of, yeah. It's the complete sacrifice of economy. The polar opposite strat for Zerg is doing like a macro build where you just go another hatch straight away, like first thing.
So Nigma 6 pool. This was a 6 pool.
This was a 6 pool, I think. This was a 6 pool gone wrong, let's say.
Look at us, guys. We're bringing esports together.
Shout out to you, StarCraft 2 fans now watching Dota 2. There's a lot of us. Who watches StarCraft these days? Another fight. Mind Control is dead. They did catch Always on a Fly, so a better start than the last couple engagements for Nigma. But Weeha, just food at this point, and now the lasso saved for Miracle. As you pointed out, even once you have the BKB, doesn't really feel that good. Lasso and then all these right clicks cut right through it, and that'll be 4 down. No buybacks from those dead heroes, and the GG will be called. Nigma tapping out in game number 1. Na'Vi with a big victory here, 33-9, as we move into game 2.
Man, they were not shook. They stood tall right until that 20-minute mark. And then that was it. Then the kills started rolling in for Na'Vi. The golden XP, especially the XP. That's you guys want to talk about why Dota Plus always seems so smart. It's because it loves XP. It knows that XP is the big factor in a lot of situations. And the fact that the XP lead was not really growing for them. I mean, even the gold